Thank you very much. I love you too. I love you back. Thank you. Thank you. Let me just say, I don't get that everywhere. First of all, I want to thank Secretary Polanowitz for the very generous introduction, for the extraordinary leadership that he brings to our team and to our common cause, and thank him and the commissioners who were here and those who were not for their extraordinary service to you. I also want to acknowledge the awardees, very deserving awardees, and I thank them for their leadership. Senator Spilka and Representative Garrett, you kidding? Bradley, I can't believe this. Representative, sorry, hold the camera. Wonderful partners of yours and of mine, and very deserving of today's recognition. I also want to acknowledge Henry. I'm glad I came when I did. I was supposed to be here a few minutes earlier, which I think meant I would have missed your recitation of the standard list of non-negotiable demands. I'm glad I didn't. I do want to say your demands are our cause too. I want to be absolutely clear about it. I want to thank you for such a compelling presentation. In a minute, I am going to call up the leadership of the Massachusetts Developmental Disabilities Council, but let me first welcome all of our citizens here today with developmental disabilities, your family members, your caregivers and PCAs, your partners, the members of the Legislature. I am so glad you were here. This is your house. This is your house. I was astonished the day of my first inauguration some 6 years ago when we opened the house up, we opened the State House up to people to come. How many people told me they didn't know that the State House was a public building and you could just walk in if you want to. This is your government, and it is up to you to make a claim on it. And so, being here today is enormously important, but it's equally important that you are here in the figurative sense every day. That you are engaged with your representatives and senators and making clear to them what you need and what you want your government to do. Not because you believe government can or should solve every problem in your life, but because you know, like I do, that government has a role to play in helping you help yourselves. And that we have to be, if nothing else, about assuring basic dignity and the right to meet your best and highest potential for every citizen, including our citizens with developmental disabilities. Now we have all of us together been through some really tough times. Some times when the economy has touched and in many respects hurt everybody. No one's been spared. And more than a few of you in the disabilities advocacy community have reminded us that the tough times for you started well before the recession. Well before the recession. There's not a person in here who is in government who isn't as clear as can be about what needs to be done. I think it's also clear that we need to have an honest conversation about what that costs. Because if the best we can do is move things around, we're not getting very far. We are going to have an honest and adult conversation about the forbidden topic of taxes, ladies and gentlemen. It is uncomfortable. It is almost always untimely, but it is unavoidable if we are serious about investing in ways to help people help themselves. Now, I have put a proposal before the legislature whose main emphasis is about education and about transportation, issues of concern to this community as well. But as we raise that new revenue, this budget also reflects many of the interests that Henry talked about. And I want you to know about that. I want you to be informed about that. And then I want you respectfully to get up in the grill of every member of the legislature on the House and Senate side and ask them to support this budget proposal. Now, I said do it respectfully because there's more than one way to accomplish these goals. But let's be very clear. These goals are up to us to make real. It's not up to us anymore, and in fact, we should lose patience with people in jobs like mine and others in elected office who say, I'm with you on the goals, I'm with you, but I won't go near the means. I'm with you on meeting your needs, but I can't possibly engage on the question about how we meet those needs. Grown-ups, serious people, like the people who work in this building on your behalf, need you to help us have that constructive conversation. We need you to insist that the topics we are conditioned to think are out of bounds are not out of bounds. We need you to tell us what works, what doesn't, what smarter way than the ways I have proposed or others have proposed are ways to meet your needs. We need you engaged like members of one community, committed to building that community for all of us. And it's in that spirit that I welcome you to the State House today. I'm glad you're here. I want to now invite Julie Fitzpatrick and Frank Sally to come and join me. You all know Julie and Frank, right? And I have the honor to present to the two of you a proclamation. It's one of the things I get to do as governor, is proclaim things. And I'm proud to proclaim the month of March 2013 as Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, and to urge all citizens of the Commonwealth to take cognizance of this event and participate fittingly in its observance. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you.